Welcome to the Rusted Garden. Today I'm going to show you the outcome of the frost last night. I did already shoot a video on how to protect your plants. The frost here came. In fact, we had extremely cold weather in the sense that the saucers over here that are filled with water actually froze through and I could pick the ice up. It wasn't just a thin layer, it was pretty thick. So here's the damage. These were my container tomatoes and they did really well up until the frost, and it looks like the plastic bags did help some. This is tomato leaves that froze, and when I came out and took the plastic off, actually had small balls of ice on the outer tips, I guess where the plants were respirating. Some more damage. It looks like they'll be okay. This one made it okay. More damage in there. The growing tip looks alright. Now, one of the mistakes that I made with, and you can see more damage, with the plastic bags is you want to make sure that the plastic actually doesn't touch your leaves, because the plastic bags would hold the condensation of moisture, and then that moisture and plastic would sit on the leaf and it froze. This one did okay, and this one is the one who got the most damaged. And this guy has been in a couple videos and he was doing great. And what I did wrong with this one is I didn't actually put in a stick. I had a stick in most of them that would come up to here and the plastic bag would sit on it and sort of make a teepee. The plastic bag actually sat right on here, and you can see all the damage. The growing tip is probably not killed off. Oh, well, luckily here I have a sucker, and it's a little bit damaged, but this will now become the new main stem. Let me walk over to some of the other tomatoes. And Mother Nature sent the frost. It was a record low. I think it got down to at least 30 degrees here. Well, sort of welcome to the Rusted Garden. This is the night of 32 degrees or less, and you can see in here this is actually ice that filled, or that formed all my tomatoes. You can see it on the bag or on the plastic sheet. But these guys are damaged. They're not gone. But you can see where the bag sat, ice formed. It looks like the lower leaves though are okay, so I may have made it with tomatoes that will recover. But we'll see. My tomatoes in the earth beds covered in the plastic buckets seem to do better than plastic. These guys look like what I just showed you, and the container tomatoes that were covered in trash bags also had these ice crystals form on the tips, which isn't so bad if it didn't freeze through the leaf. Hopefully not, and hopefully you didn't have to deal with this. 100 years old. Here are my tomatoes that were covered in this plastic sheet, 2 of them actually, and I did the same thing. I think I made the mistake that I should have had some sticks up here that came up about this high, or put a cloth over this to catch some of the moisture. But you could see the tops froze, and I'm going to splice into this video at some point. Either you already just saw it, or I'm going to put it in right at the end. I actually have a short video showing how showing you when I took off the plastic, all the ice that was formed under here. And you can see these guys are pretty much dead and damaged. But some of them will survive, some of them will make it to the show. These are the tomatoes I was worried most about because they did actually freeze, and you can see a lot of them are dead. They were closed over, and I shouldn't have been so lazy, and I should have just carried them into the house, but I didn't think we would get below 32 degrees. So these guys are pretty much killed off, and they froze all the way through, even with lids on them. Squash, gone. Coleus, gone. All the cool weather vegetables did pretty well. I did take the peppers inside, they're okay. The tomatoes in the containers survived, so I am happy about that. And here's some that I forgot to take off. But they did pretty well. And let's see, one more group over here. At least the lavender looks nice. I got some more tomatoes in here by my garlic. They did fine. So the 5-gallon containers really make a difference if you're going to get a, I would consider, fairly hard frost, because it wasn't just 33, 32 degrees. It got down that water actually froze. And these tomatoes look all right. Anyway, that was the first big incident here at the Rusted Garden. Hopefully this didn't happen to you. I'm not sure we can say I hope you enjoyed this video, but hopefully it's useful and you find a couple of tips that you can help protect your garden if the frost comes unseasonably like it did here. Thanks.